vectors. You will learn the only 3 things you need to succeed at vectors. Only 3 things you need to succeed at vectors. How to write vector expressions like A plus 2B, that's an expression. How to show that 2 lines are parallel. That's one line there, and that's another line. How to show that they are parallel. You can learn the formula. And then how to show that 3 points lie on a straight line. These 3 things are very common in your GCSE mathematics. So it's very important to know how to do those 3 things. So it's very, very important. Expressions, show that 2 lines are parallel, and then show that 3 points lie on a straight line. And I'm going to show you how to do that. It's not very difficult. You just take your time and listen carefully, you will understand it. So this is the parallel vectors formula. So if vector A and B are parallel, that means A is equals to K times B. K is just like a scalar, so that means you can say A is 2 times B. Or you can say divide both sides by 2, half of A is equals to B. One of them is a multiple of another. So that is what you want to do to show that they are parallel. So A is 2 times B. So we're going to look at examples which will show you exactly how to do that. If one vector is a multiple of another vector, they are parallel. So for example, if one vector A to B is equals to 8A plus 20B, and another vector C to D is equals to 2A plus 5B. Now, if we look at those 2 vectors, 8 is the same as 4 times 2. 8 is the same as 2 times 4 or 4 times 2. So we can put 2 times 4 for 8. And 20 is the same as 5 times 4. So what we can do, if we factorize AB, we can write AB as, we can take 4 out of the bracket, and what is left inside the bracket is 2A plus 5B. If you notice now, I'll put it in yellow color. The 2A plus 5B is the same as the 2A plus 5B there. So if 2A plus 5B is CD, what we can say is AB is equals to the 4 times CD. So AB is 4 times bigger than CD. And because that 4 is a multiple, in that formula, they use the letter K. A is equals to K times B. So this 4, they represent that K. Because it's a multiple, that shows that those 2 vectors are parallel. 4 times something is a multiple. It shows that they are parallel. So you conclude by saying AB is parallel to CD because, very important, AB is 4 times CD. So the 4 is what can change. It can be 10 times CD, 2 times CD, but because it's 4 times CD in this case. To prove that 3 points lie on a straight line, you make 2 vectors out of them and show that these are parallel. You also need to state that they share a common point. So for example, if AB is equal to 2A minus B and BC is 6A minus 3B, you can split 6 as 6 can be split as 3 times 2. And 3 is the same as 3 times 1. So if you factorize that BC, you would get 3 is common and the 2A minus 1B. We just write B. We don't write the 1. Which, if you look at it, the 2A minus 1B is the same like AB. So AB is 2A minus B and BC is 3 times 2A minus B. So that means BC is 3 times AB. So you conclude that A, B, and C lie on a straight line because BC is 3 times AB. And what do they have in common? They share a common point B. There's B in the first one, in AB. AB, there's B there. And BC, there's B there. So they share that common point B. And that's what you would say, they share a common point. Here is a question. You can pause it and have a go at the question. And then when you're ready, you can come back and check your answer. So the question is OBCA. OBCA is a parallelogram. Make sure you understand what a parallelogram is. 4 sides, 2 of the sides are the same. Have a go at the question. When you finish, you pause and you come back and see the answer. Okay, welcome back. I look at the question as OA. So I take O as Oxford and take A as Amsterdam. So to go from Oxford to Amsterdam, I follow this route A. So I'm going from Oxford to Amsterdam, I follow this route A. To go from Oxford to Bracknell, I take B for Bracknell. To go from Oxford to Bracknell, I follow route B. That's the way I think of it. And D is a point such that AC is equals to CD. So AC, I've circled it there, is equals to CD. That's given to you in the question. The point N, which is in the middle there, and I call N for Nottingham, divides AB in the ratio 2:1. That means 1, 2, and then 1 on this side. 2:1. 2 plus 1 is 3. We will use that at some point. 2 plus 1 is 3. So this point would be 2/3. And this one here will be 1/3. 2 plus 1 is 3. That's how you put that in fraction. Part A, write down an expression for ON in terms of A and B. ON, you want to travel from Oxford to Nottingham. That pink, Oxford to Nottingham, the pink distance there. So you can go from Oxford to Amsterdam. You want to travel from O to N. So O to N, you can go from Oxford to Amsterdam, and then from Amsterdam to Nottingham. You see the path. Oxford to Amsterdam, Amsterdam to Nottingham. That gives you O to N. So, but do we know Oxford to Amsterdam? Yes, we know that is equals to A. but we do not know Amsterdam to Nottingham. So we need to find Amsterdam to Bracknell first. That's AB. We find AB first. To go from A to B, you can go from A to O, which is Amsterdam to Oxford, and then Oxford to Bracknell. You see the path. Amsterdam to Oxford, Oxford to Bracknell. So because you're coming along back from A, so it's minus. So it'll be minus A and then plus B. So that's what that would be. And once you get that, the rest will be to simplify it. So you know 2 over 3AB is that. And AB is minus A and plus B. You remove the brackets. Be very careful here. 2 over 3 times minus A, it gives you minus 2 over 3A. Follow the pink line. 2 over 3 times B, it gives you 2 over 3B. Now, this A there, there's a 1 in front. I put it in blue. We don't normally write that 1. I put it in blue to make it clear. So it's like 1A minus 2 over 3A. You subtract the numbers. 1 take away 2 over 3 is 1 over 3. So you left 1 over 3A and then 2 over 3B. So that's your answer for ON. For part B, prove that OND is a straight line. If it is a straight line, we would work out the vectors OD and compare it with ON. So how do we go from Oxford to Denmark? If you look at the diagram, Oxford is down there. You go Oxford to Amsterdam, Amsterdam to Cardiff, and then Cardiff to Denmark. So Oxford to Amsterdam is the first one, which is A. Amsterdam to Cardiff is B. And Cardiff to Denmark is B as well. Why is it B? The question says AC is the same as CD. So if AC is B, CD is B. And how did we get B? Because it's a parallelogram. OB is B and AC is B, because it's a parallelogram, they are the same. So you go from that to that and then to that next one. Now we put B plus B is 2B. So OD is 2B. Now this is a clever bit. We know that ON is 1 over 3A plus 2 third B. We can take 1 over 3 out. Let me zoom in because this is where you really get to understand, see what happens here. If I zoom in, if we take this 1 over 3 out of the bracket, this is 1 over 3. Remember, 2 over 3. 2 over 3 is the same as 1 over 3 times 2. That's why I separate it like that. So if we take 1 over 3 out of the bracket, we are left with A in the bracket and 2B. Now, A plus 2B is the same as OD, A plus 2B. So we can take this 3 to the left-hand side. Divided by 3, opposite is times 3. So 3 times ON is the same as A plus 2B. But what does A plus 2B represent? A plus 2B represent OD. So we have seen that OD is 3 times ON. You can swap it and write OD first and put 3ON on the right. That's the normal way to write it usually, but they are both correct. OD is equals to 3 times ON. Now you conclude. Because ON is parallel to OD, why? They have a common point O. There's O there and there's O there. The common point is O. So OND is a straight line. ON is parallel to OD because it's a multiple. OD is 3 times, it's a multiple. And they have a common point O. So that's the complete answer for that question. You can take a screenshot of it. And remember, vector questions will cover this kind of ideas, and that will help you to succeed in your exams. Please feel free to subscribe and like so that you can see more questions like this. So thank you for joining, and don't forget, vectors is not going to be very difficult anymore. Just remember those ideas. You can watch the video again, take your time, pick a similar example and try it. Once you master those 3 ideas, it becomes straightforward to succeed in any question they give you. So don't forget, like, subscribe, and any comments, the links below.